Hi everyone, this is Coach DeMarco, and in today's episode of Focus, I'm going to share with you one of my favorite baseline out-of-bounds sets that you can use with your team against a 2-3 zone. This set was critical to our success in the state tournament. We used it multiple times in a game that we only won by 1 point. Each time we used it, it got us a basket. You're going to see why when I share it with you right now. This is the initial alignment for this set. You're going to see two players stacked over here, a player up top, player on the weak side, and then obviously our inbounder. I'm going to take you through a diagram on the whiteboard first, and then I'm going to show you this play run live. So as we take a look at the initial setup of stack, we have our 5 and our 4 stacked up on this side. We have our 2 on the weak side, 3 as an inbounder, and then 1 up top. You can mix around the personnel with whatever works for your team. Here's the key. These 2 players who are stacked up over here, put this forward and this center in a bind. This forward has to decide, are they going to stay outside of these 2 players to potentially protect the corner, or, as we've seen in some cases, the forward lines up inside of those 2 players, which is great because it's going to give us a really easy scoring opportunity in the corner. In this instance, I'm going to put the forward on the outside here. What we're going to see, initial action, is our 5 and our 4 are going to set a double screen on that center, or it could be the forward as well if they're inside. We're going to take our 2, and we're going to bring them shoulder to shoulder off that screen and right over to the corner. That's our first option. If that 2 is open, we're going to hit them in the corner. But what you're going to see teams do is they're going to bring their forward out to the corner to defend that player on their cut. So we're going to have our 2 player out here in the corner, and we know that that forward is probably going to come out with them. Now we have a great double screen on this center. Really, really simple. We're going to have our 4 player who helped to set the double screen continue to sail in on that center. And then our 5 can step up. They can step over. Wherever they need to, we can lob over the top, which you're going to see in this clip. But that 5 is going to get a nice, easy look at the basket. By leaving our 1 player up top, it prevents this guard from cheating down, because if they cheat down too far, we tell this guard just to pop, and we can make a nice, easy pass to them out on the wing. So we get that nice double team on the center. That 4 is going to continue to really box them out and create space. And then our 5, as I mentioned, has the option as to what they want to do. Does our 5 want to cut in a little bit and get that lob pass? They can take a step out, and we work on this with our player, and it's just a catch and a little bank shot off the glass. We use this multiple times in this state tournament game, and this option was very tough for this team to defend because we had a great shooter who was coming over to the corner, and they didn't want to give that up either. So you put the team in a bind as to what they're going to do. I'm going to show you it live right now. So here it is live, and as I mentioned, we're going to have our 2 players stacked up here. Their forward actually sits kind of almost in front of the stack, but they're actually going to slide out to help on this player, which is another thing you could see defenses do, maybe inside, maybe outside, or they kind of sit with the stack. We see the center has slid over, and then this forward's protecting the weak side. So as I play it, we're going to see that cut across. It actually, this guard comes and helps on it, and we're going to see the forward as well slide out. There's our sail in on the center, and here's our player who's going to get a nice, easy bank shot in a minute. You'll notice our other guard, actually, when they pop to the top, which they did a great thing here on this read, because their guard jumped out to the corner because, again, we had a great shooter. So this other guard was forced to come over and help, but they didn't have a player that could help inside. I've noticed when we've run this weak side forward, typically does not get there in time to make a play on the ball, and you're going to see that again in this instance. So again, I want to take you through this one more time. Here's our double stack. They're going to get their forward and their guard to jump out to the corner because this was a great shooter for our team. And they're going to then have their weak side guard come over and help on this player because we have in the past thrown over the top here. So there it is. There's the screen. And with this screen, it's very tough for this other forward to even fight through, even if they wanted to. It's a catch and a quick shot. Here it is. We run it through full speed. We're going to get the weak side cut. There it is, a catch, a nice bank shot, and we're getting into our press. You got to see why Stack was such a great play for our team and critical to our success in the state tournament basketball game that we only won by 1 point. Anytime you can get an easy basket in baseline out-of-bounds situations, it's a huge advantage for your team, and it was for us in this game. If you like this play, then make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the bottom of your screen, the little Get Better Basketball icon. Turn on your notifications and like this video. Leave me a comment because I love connecting with the Get Better Basketball community, especially if you use this play and it works great with your team. As always, get better every day. I also have to thank Dr. Dish Basketball for continuing to be a great partner. If you don't have a Dr. Dish all-purpose, state-of-the-art shooting machine, then you're missing out on an opportunity to get better individually, or if you're a coach, for your team to get up a ton of extra shots in practice that's going to help you to be successful during the season.